You are staring at that congratulatory email on the screen. Maybe you got that promotion you've been waiting for, or maybe you successfully delivered that challenging project you spent months on. People around you are smiling, celebrating your success, telling you how proud they are. But as you sit motionless in that chair, you are left alone with that strange, hollow feeling in your stomach. You clearly hear that familiar, relentless voice gnawing at you. I was just lucky. I was in the right place at the right time. Soon they'll realize I'm not that smart, I don't deserve to be here, and I've been fooling everyone. You are just waiting for the mask to slip. I know exactly the defense mechanism running through your mind right as you watch this video. You are watching your own success like an outside spectator. Instead of being the main character of your own story, you feel like an extra who was pushed onto the stage by mistake, not knowing their lines. That voice inside keeps whispering that something is missing. You think everyone around you is managing everything flawlessly, while you are just surviving the day. If you are tired of feeling like an imposter in your own success story, like this video to show we are sitting at the same table, and let's focus on how to shatter this illusion right now. This isn't an ordinary loss of motivation. This is a silent mental war that the smartest and most talented people in the world wage against their own capacity. The biggest handicap of high-potential individuals is that their minds constantly operate like a fault-finding machine. You see every detail, every flaw, and every risk at a micro level. Because you seek perfection, no matter how satisfying the final result is, you devalue your own effort and strategy in the process. Instead of claiming the success, you attribute it to random external events. Toss aside the advice the system forces on you. Everyone gives you superficial tips with no rational basis, like, you just need to be confident, or look in the mirror and say you're great. Winners don't play these cheap motivation games. They use these mental barriers as a compass. Feeling like an imposter is not a sign of weakness. It is the clearest proof of your intelligence, your awareness, and your capacity for continuous growth. Mediocre people don't doubt themselves. Only those open to growth question their own limits. Think about this through the Dunning-Kruger Effect. The rule of the game is extremely simple. Someone who knows nothing about a subject thinks they are a genius because they are unaware of the magnitude of their own ignorance. Rookies on the field have the highest self-confidence because they don't know the rules and the risks. They think they are at the peak of the mountain. But as you climb, as you decode the mechanics of the work, you realize what a vast ocean that field truly is. As you approach mastery, your mind focuses not on what you know, but on what you don't know yet. The details you see multiply. Faced with this massive picture of knowledge, you underestimate your own equipment. Your mind isn't telling you, you are inadequate. Your mind is telling you, there is still so much to learn. You are simply mistranslating this highly useful signal as inadequacy. The only formula to manage this condition is to bypass emotions and focus on rational mathematics. You need to immediately stop viewing success as a chain of coincidences. There is a clear equation here. The sleepless nights, the reports you read, the strategic decisions you made under stress, your composure during crises. These are all concrete variables in this equation. When your mind tries to sabotage you with the word luck, you must counter it not with abstract emotions, but with solid data. The rational mind can only defeat the illusion created by emotion with undeniable evidence. You have to hack your own system in your favor. What happens if you don't make this mental shift? You become the biggest obstacle to your own potential. You succumb to those baseless barriers in your mind and avoid new opportunities, major leaps forward. You won't raise your hand for that massive future project or that leadership position. While you sit silently at the table thinking, I'm not enough, my mask will slip, people who are far less equipped but possess a blind self-confidence will sit in the seats you deserve simply because they had the courage. The challenging processes and sleepless nights you've experienced so far brought you to this point. You cannot hand over the structure you've built after all that effort to others just because of a mere illusion of perception. Now, I'm giving you the 2-minute action plan you will apply starting today, which will change the rules of the game. Open the Notes app on your phone or grab that blank piece of paper on your desk. Write Evidence Folder in capital letters as the title. In it, write down exactly 3 concrete events that brought you to your current position, achieved entirely through your strategy and action. I successfully completed that tough training when no one expected me to. I solved that major crisis last month by staying calm and taking the initiative. When everyone else gave up and left, I didn't get up from that table. Just 3 concrete, measurable, and undeniable pieces of data. The next time your mind whispers, "You were lucky," you won't argue with it. You will present this folder directly to it. You will make your mind accept your own reality using your own evidence. Luck is merely a wind that only prepared minds can utilize. You hoisted the sails, you charted the course. Now grip that wheel tightly.